Man, what's going on, everybody? Fragged out, swagged out, and you already know why I'm here. And we coming with that new today. I'm talking new fragrance house, new fragrance, and a familiar perfumer to this channel. If you rock with what I rock with, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But let's get right into the house. The house is Perestish Parfums. They are a Turkish perfume house, and they are brand new on the block. And this is the box right here. And clearly I have gone through this already. I wore it the other day to work. I posted it, say I know I already wore it, but I'm kind enough to share the full experience with y'all. So, bang, box, really nice box. Nice box. Fragrance stays inside. Well kept in there. And here is your bottle. This is nice, sleek, minimalist, but the details that it does have is nice. Textured here, embossed. You can feel that straight through. There's the name, there's the house. Here is the cap, and let's get to the real fun part. Fragrance. So, there are 3 fragrances in this house with their initial launch. And that is this one right here, which is Mirra. You have Cozy Vanilla, and you have Cherry on top. Why I'm starting with this one? Because it's my absolute favorite. Will I get to the other ones? Absolutely. And we'll do a whole house rundown. But somebody waited till I was at work today to do that before me. Thank you. So we'll get to that later because you already got a little insight. If you didn't, go check out Nika's page because she talked about it. So what we do want to know about this house, number 1, Perestish. What does it mean? Well, it is an old Turkish word that means madly in love. So there is some romantic essence to this house. The actual inception of the house comes from the couple getting married and wanted to have gifts for their guests, and they decided to go on a scented oils, right? And after getting the oil and giving out to everybody loved it, and they thought to themselves, man, we should really get busy on this fragrance game. And who else to call but none other than Mr. Jimmy Bowden of, Suede Parfum and a whole lot of other things. But they hit up Jimmy, and Jimmy has been helping them walk through this process, creating these amazing fragrances through their creative direction. So we are going to start with Mirra. Now, why did I fall in love with Mirra? Because the first thing I did before I looked at any of the notes, I just wanted to blind try them. Man, Mirra threw me for a loop because I knew as soon as I smelled it, there is absolutely something coffee-ish in here. But I was like, I'm getting all these different things that made it so... I'm talking about Cozy Vanilla is exactly what it says. It is a Cozy Vanilla. Cherry on top is a beautiful, very unique cherry that I can't compare to anything else right now. And I can't wait to talk about those. But why did this one stand out the most? While it opens up with this very bold, strong coffee scent, it's going to be matched evenly with a lot of creamier notes, sweeter notes that kind of bring all the dark, heavy roast of the coffee down to a more everyday type of coffee, but you still get both elements. Additionally, it comes off with a type of fruity sweetness to it that I don't typically get in coffee fragrances. And we'll talk about the notes as a whole. So we have coffee, bergamot up top. You're going to get praline, Turkish Rose, and Sandalwood. Excuse me. And then you get some caramel, some suede, and some honey. So you have a lot of different components right there. We're going to get that really rich coffee feel. But that praline gives it that additional touch of amplified sweetness. That bergamot is going to give it a little fruitiness, not the tart that you would think from a typical citrus note. And that Turkish Rose, man. So I've done or I've tried coffee rose fragrances before, which I absolutely love. Done the coffee and caramel with the sweeteners that I love, but the combination of both with a strong base of suede, smooth leather. It is dark, it is sophisticated, it is sexy. It definitely hits the nail on the head in terms of trying to achieve what the brand wants to achieve with this madly in love, romantic, deep, sensual type of fragrances, this fragrance right here is my fragrance of the week, of the month. While this weather is like this, I feel like it begs to be outside, and the cooler weather on skin, it's amazing. Now, everybody always wants to know longevity, projection. I don't have a projection ruler on me, and I don't time from the time I start to when it dries down to the end of it. But I can tell you this: I put it on this morning. I still can smell it on my skin at the end of the day. Number one. Number two, people can smell it around me at work. And what I do love about that Suede, by the way, is that the Suede is so smooth. I wore it to work. I showed it to some co-workers, and they were like, yo, this is good. What is it? And they couldn't really nail it on the head either. But one of my co-workers was like, I smell some coffee, and is there leather in there? And to this point, I still hadn't even looked at the notes yet. I was like, you know what? Let's look at the notes now. And sure enough, that Suede, it's a very refined, smooth Suede. It's the type of leather Suede combo that you expect to blend well with coffee. Is that typical? Maybe not, but this coffee lends itself to blend well with the rose aspect, with the caramel and the praline, and that honey and that Suede so well. This is an absolute gem. Listen, if you know Jimmy Bowden's work, if you know what this is all about, if you know the stuff that I like, and I'm telling you right now that I'm loving this, this is a house you want to get in on early, because the hype will come. They have an amazing perfumer. They have a great creative directors, and the scents are living up to the hype that I can only imagine will come in the near future. This is a house you're going to want to check out. Mirra is a fragrance, especially if you love coffee, gourmand leaning fragrances. This is one you're absolutely going to love. Great presentation, heavy bottle, heavy cap, nice boxes, amazing fragrance, amazing perfumer behind the entire project. This is one that I can't wait to see what the rest of the collection eventually becomes as they start releasing more. But the first three are coming in hot. Listen, we straight to the point with this. I ain't gonna waste your time. I'll give you time to go Google it, check it out, and get into this yourself. As always, it's fragged out, swagged out, and we out.